Hello YouTube, KT here. Quick video on resetting the tire pressure monitoring system for a 2009 Saturn Outlook. I think this also applies to GM's other, forget what these are called, the whatever the platform is, the GMC Acadia, I think the Chevrolet Traverse, also some Saturn Views, and I think the Aura. I think a lot of GM products that use the Display Information Center, or in what I think it's called the Vehicle Information Center or whatever. I think they all use the same tire pressure monitoring system. Some of them have just lights, but some of them actually give you the message. So anyhow, my wife called me this morning, had a problem with her tire, said her alarm had come on, her little light with the tire and the exclamation mark was lit up. And by walking around and looking at the car, she couldn't really tell which tire it was. And the tires had been rotated previously by a shop. We took it somewhere and had them rotated and balanced. We had, last time I balanced them, or I rotated them myself, I'd put brakes on it and just moved them around then. And then when she took it to a tire shop here, it turned out that there was a screw in the tire. She found the screw in the tire, took it to a tire shop or a automotive center nationwide, and they told her that they couldn't fix it because it was on the outside 25% of the tread, and they wanted to sell her a new $200 tire because we purchased a warranty or service plan, but it was only for flats, not for road hazards, and in this case not for a screw on the outer ridge of the tread. So anyhow, it wasn't even on the outer ridge, it was like on the next one. So they tried to talk her, and I told her just button it up, take it back home. So I went ahead and patched the, plugged it. My grandfather used to run a service station years ago, and as long as radios have been out, I've been using plugs. They won't plug them, they won't patch them. So I told her, bring it on home. I had some plugs here. I've already plugged the tire. I didn't have an issue when we rotated the tires and we didn't know which was, front, right and left, and which was rear, right and left. I didn't care because I'd look at the numbers, and as long as they were in range, I didn't have a problem with it. But I realized this morning that it was probably a good thing if the tires do indicate which one, and she would be able to go right to that tire and look at it and notice if it was a serious problem or not. So what I did is I got online, did a little bit of work, did a little background, and found the process that they use when they reset the tire pressure monitoring systems on these vehicles, a TPMS. And I'm a kinesthetic learner. I learn by doing, not by reading. I mean, I can learn by reading, but I have to read it 3 or 4 times. And if there's anybody else out there that struggles with the inane stupidity that are automobile user manuals, operators manuals, owners, whatever the hell it's called, I figured I would do this video and try to make it a little easier for everyone. Sorry. If I'm not mistaken, it is, this is a 2008. 2008, how ghetto are we? I thought we had a 09. Anyhow, let's see. I heard that it was in the owner's manual under T for TPMS. Let's see what we've got here. I do know my alphabet. QRS W HIJK tires. Pressure monitor operation, pressure monitor system. So it looks like it probably does have something in here in section 5, page 56. Let me zip to that right quick. Bear with me now. I'll pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. It is in the owner's manual. It's pretty cool. TPMS sensor matching process. It's called TPMS sensor matching process. So if you get your tires rotated and they move crisscross, or if they rotate them or clockwise or counterclockwise or front for back or whatever, you will definitely want to reset so you know if it says front left, front right, rear left, rear right, you know which one it is. So set the parking brake, turn ignition switch to on, press the blah 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 blah. So anyhow, I'm just gonna do it for you. It's on video. You can watch it over and over again. You can take it out on your phone or whatever, but it's right here in the book. It's 11 steps, across 2 pages. Here and here, but I'm gonna show you how it's done. So stand by. Okay, so you start with a vehicle turned off. As a matter of fact, I think the manual says you want to just turn the key on, but I'm gonna go ahead and start it up because it's 100 and something degrees here today, and I don't want to sit in the hot car for too long, because I'm gonna be out airing up a tire here in a minute. But anyhow, stand by. Okay, it does say turn the engine switch on to run with ignition off, but I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. It works both ways, I found out. So I'm gonna start it up here, get some AC going in here. Step 1. Step 2, I'm gonna go ahead and, we always keep our, there you go, 104 degrees outside. If I push the vehicle information button, which is the DIC button right here, has a picture of a little car, and right next to it is an I for information. It will scroll through, and it's gonna tell us there's oil life. Okay, right now this vehicle has, there's the front left at 41, there's the right at 41, there's the rear tires, left 41 and right 41. Perfect, we are in good shape. Now, let's pretend that all 4 tires have been swapped around. And what I want to do is, right now the fronts are on the backs and the backs are on the front, and they're crisscrossed, so nothing is right on any of them. So what you'll do is, while the car is running, and if you want to be safe, if you're going to be outside the vehicle, then go ahead and turn it off. They say use your second remote, but since I don't know where the second remote is, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So what you do is you push the unlock and the lock buttons on the remote. I'm going to do that here, and then you'll see the display change to, get the sun out of it, hold it for 5 seconds, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now it just honked at me outside. I probably should have had the door open, but it just honked at twice, 2 short beeps. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go out to the outside of the vehicle. Oh, and the tire, the computer is now waiting for you to tell it which tire that you're working on. Now, if you want to, you can just try to remember that it's that it's clockwise from the driver's side around the driver's side front around the vehicle. But there's also another cool feature on this car, and if you look, you'll notice that the left turn signal is lit up right here, and also the turn indicator on the mirror is lit. Kind of hard to tell. The turn indicator is lit here. So right now it's saying, okay, I'm ready for you to tell me which one is the front tire and which one is the front left. So you grab a valve core, valve stem depressor or something, and let the air out until the horn beeps once. It's taking a while. There we go. All right, the light's off, the turn indicator from the mirror is dead. Then we go to the passenger side front. That light is on, and so is the turn indicator for the mirror. So we'll go to this one. All right, next we go going clockwise, and right here, it's kind of hard to tell because it's really sunshiny out here, but that light is illuminated. This one is not. So now it's telling me let's go ahead and do the passenger side rear. There's 3. And finally, lit up. And we're doing passenger side. I'm sorry, left rear, driver's side rear. Just remember, clockwise from the tire closest to the driver. Now it just beeped twice. What it's saying is the tire learning reset, or the tire learning mode is complete. So if we come in here, I am now at, there's the rear tires. Front 35, 35, rear 35 and 37. Now what I've noticed is it doesn't, there's not a predetermined level from what I can tell in terms of how much air pressure. I don't think it's set for a certain cutoff like at 35, because when I did this the first time, tire pressures were in the 30s and 20s. And by the time I got done, they were all in the 20s. So I think what it does is it measures a either a percentage, maybe 20%, of tire pressure loss, or it measures a certain PSI of tire pressure loss. What I can tell you though is it's not the same. It's not, once it gets to 35 it alarms, or once it gets to 28 it alarms. It's a percentage of what your pressure is. So what I believe it does is it stores whatever you just, like say for example, so by the time I went through and I put them all at 35 PSI, you know, it's gonna drop maybe 7 pounds or whatever next time before the alarm goes off. So I'm not sure about that, but I do know for a fact that it's not, doesn't seem to be like cut off at a 35 or 25 or 26 or 28. It seems like it's a percentage or a differential. So anyhow, once you're done, then you come back in here and you can the mode automatically goes to complete, and turn it off and restart it back and make sure that I don't have any low pressure alarms. They were all at 35 except for the one that was at 37. And let's see where we're at. We have no tire pressure alarm. That little doodad right down there was there it is right there. It's a little, looks like the cross section of a tire with an exclamation mark in it. But now we are back to normal. So 35, 36, 37, 37. So hopefully this has helped out a little bit. I think I'm at about 10 minutes now for what I try and I try, even talking fast, to get these things below 10 minutes, and it seems like I never can. Maybe I wasted some time letting the tires out, but I'll double speed or quadruple speed through those, or just cut them out completely and just edit it out so you don't have to watch another 10-minute video from KT. So hopefully everybody's doing well. Hope this helped out. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section below. If you like it, comment, rate, subscribe. Check out my other videos. I'm working on El Camino right there. I've got a series on that. For the rest of the folks on my YouTube gang, I am working on getting some more updates. I have one more video that I need to edit, put out there for you when I picked up the 71 El Camino. So take care, be safe, and we'll see you next time. Adios.